What if the very thing that breaks you is the thing that builds you? What if losing your strength is how you discover your power? Franklin Delano Roosevelt once stood at the center of privilege, promise, and momentum. Then, without warning, his body betrayed him. The man who would lead the most powerful nation on earth lost the ability to walk. Yet history would later watch him rise higher than any president before him. This is not a story about politics. This is a story about what happens when destiny meets disability and refuses to retreat. This is the story of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was born on January 30th, 1882 in Hyde Park, New York. He was an only child, raised in wealth, surrounded by comfort, opportunity, and expectation. While most children learn the world from books, Franklin learned it by crossing oceans. Europe shaped his curiosity. Private tutors shaped his confidence. Elite schools like Groton and Harvard shaped his ambition. In 1905, he married Eleanor Roosevelt, a woman whose quiet strength would later become one of his greatest pillars. She was also the niece of Theodore Roosevelt, the sitting president of the United States. Power, influence, legacy. They weren't distant ideas to Franklin. Franklin Roosevelt did not grow up chasing destiny. Destiny was already walking toward him. Everything was moving forward. The future felt inevitable. Franklin entered politics with ease. In 1910, he was elected to the New York State Senate. Soon after, he became Assistant Secretary of the Navy. Then, everything stopped. In the summer of 1921, while vacationing with his family, Franklin Roosevelt fell ill. At first, it felt like exhaustion. Then pain. Then paralysis. Doctors would later say it was poliomyelitis. Within days, the man who once strode through halls of power could no longer stand. His legs were useless. For Franklin Roosevelt, this was not just a physical collapse, it was a psychological one. Behind closed doors, he battled despair. Pride clashed with fear. Ambition wrestled with reality. But something extraordinary happened in the stillness. At Warm Springs, Georgia, he found something unexpected: clarity. Stripped of physical dominance, he developed emotional strength. And beside him stood Eleanor Roosevelt, who stepped into the public spotlight when he could not. She became his eyes, his voice, his bridge to the people. If you like the story, leave a comment in the comment section. Share, like, and follow for part 2.